Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm a bit late today. I hope everybody had a great day or is having a great day. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar of Redefining WordPress Site Management. Um, where is everybody at? Hey, Kiran Kumar. Welcome to the webinar. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Who else is there? Can we do a quick round of introductions? Today, I think it's going to be a great webinar. We have an exciting feature to showcase today. Who else is there? Hey, Keith. Hey, Tom. Hey, Naveen. Marcus. Welcome. Morgan. How is the weather? How is everything going? By the way, I don't know if a lot of you know already. I am from Bangalore and it's cold out here. So, and it is 9 p.m. for me. I think my camera and audio are good, right? Hey, Kiran from Hyderabad, India. Hey, Shoaib from Jaipur. Welcome. Francisco. Hey, Olam. Welcome back again. I think you join a lot of our webinars, so thank you for that. Hey, Niels or Niles. Nirav from LinkedIn. Hey, Nirav. Hey, Nirav. Welcome. We'll get started now. We'll not waste more time. Just wanted to see how many of you are there online. Really happy to see you. Gives meaning to what we do, that we are able to present something to you guys. Really, really happy to see you. Naveen from Nepal. Marga says it is surprisingly chilly. So that means that it is generally not that chilly at this time of the year, but it is. So, yeah. All right. So, welcome everybody to today's webinar. We recently added a new functionality in InstaWP. It's called site management. Um, and the site management toolset will allow you to manage your WordPress site, even though you don't host with us or you can host with anybody. You just install our plugin and then you will be able to manage the sites. The biggest advantage of having a site management tool set is something which gives you a tool set or kind of an easy way to manage multiple sites. If you are managing your client sites, then you can offer them client care plans or give them even some depends upon agency to agency. Some of you also give it for free along with the hosting which you provide. So yes, Kiran. So we will be doing this is automatically recorded in all our social channels, so you can go back and watch it. Hey, Quentin, welcome. Marine, welcome. So we'll get started. I'm going to add the. Okay. Oh, that's a good surprise, Marcus. So I'm going to add the presentation and so this is the official start for today's webinar. Welcome everybody and let's get started. So how do you manage hundreds of websites with ease? All right, you are at the right time and the right location. Let's see. So today we are going to cover what is site management in InstaWP, what are the basic and advanced options or features, means how can you offer it as a care plan, and if you decide to host with us, how does it matter? We'll understand the pricing a little bit, and then we'll talk about white label solutions, and then roadmap. So let's get started. So site management in InstaWP. Why did we actually decide to do site management? Which we already did build. So now you can build websites with InstaWP. So that's how we started, right? So staging, templates, and all that good stuff. Now, last year we started also offering hosting. So some of you decided to host with us. So that's done. Now, the next normal kind of flow in this overall WordPress, cloud for WordPress vision which we have. So the vision which we have, so let's talk about vision a little bit. So the vision which we have is to become a backbone for WordPress. I don't want to call it AWS for WordPress, but that's what we want to become, right? So kind of a cloud platform where you get anything and everything, and you can pick and choose whatever you want to do with us. You don't necessarily need to do everything with us, so that's a good thing. So now we have a managed product, so boom, allow you to manage the entire life cycle of a website. Now you can go from build to deployment or hosting to management of a website. So that's like end-to-end workflow, and you don't need to go to another like provider or buy another tool set and things like that. A single dashboard to manage, build, and host all your websites. Uh, so we also have a free plan forever. So if you don't want to upgrade, then the free plan will be sufficient for most of you, I believe. And then this plugin, so we wanted to create something like a lightweight plugin, right? Which doesn't bother the website at all, right? The overhead is minimal. So that's what we wanted to do, and that's what we did. So let's do some demos, right? It's jumping right into the good stuff. So we will first of all we'll see what is a basic feature of a website. Sorry, basic feature of the management product, and then we'll see the magic logging, DB editor, purge cache, manual plugin updates, theme updates, changing auto updates. See, these are all available for free because the basic features are free. And remember this icon, which is a like a non-lit um, kind of an icon for Flash or whatever, right? So that means that the site is a basic site. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and share it again. This time I'm going to share the entire window. Hey Eric, welcome. So this is the place where you will manage your WordPress websites in InstaWP control panel, right? So we have the Connect tab. Under that, you just need to go and add all your websites. How do you add your website? I'm glad you asked. So let's first of all create a new website. So we will create a website under the staging tab itself. Um, we'll just, I think I might, okay, that's bad. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I wanted to show you how to add a website, but unfortunately, my quota is full. So I need to ask my teammates to give me more quota, or I can add some more to my account. So let's add some more staging sites to my account. So I'm essentially buying add-ons for myself so that I can do a proper demo. Thank you, demo gods, for this diversion. All right, so let's try. Now we are good. So let's add a new website. Doesn't matter where it is, doesn't matter where it is hosted, right? Even though I am showing you a demo of a site hosted with us or staged with us, it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere. It can be GoDaddy, it can be Bluehost, any partners is fine. So um, just to when you add a website to your Connect tab, all you need is the URL of your website. So let's try that. Now go to the Connect tab. So I'm on the Connect tab under my InstaWP dashboard. Click on Connect site, paste the URL. Now you can add this as a website, add this as a basic site or an advanced site. So you already know the pricing for advanced site now. I'm going to add this as a basic site. Alternatively, you can download the Connect plugin and install it manually. So let's try this automated way. See how cool is that. So it will open up an authorization screen in a new tab. All you need to do is just approve this. And this is a default WordPress feature. Now we will automatically remotely push our plugin and activate the plugin, and we are done. I'm allowing it a moment for you guys to analyze that how cool was that. So adding a website, done. Now let's see how what can you do with the website. So I have already added, for the purpose of this demonstration, I've added two websites prior to our call. So let's go to one of them and see what we can do. So the basic thing in the free plan is magic login. So simply magically log into it. Looks easy, but adds tremendous value because you can effectively, you don't need to remember passwords, right? Not only that, if you go to the manage users tab, which by the way, again, is free feature, you will see all your users and you can log in with any user you seem necessary, right? There is a quick nice option here which is a little bit hidden, which says copy temp login URL. And if you click on it, it will copy a temporary login link to your clipboard, which I'm just going to show you in the bar. It is there. You can share this with your colleague or the customer or whoever it is, and they will be able to log in just for once within 12-hour window. So this will allow you to basically share a temp login URL to anybody, with any user, by the way, not just admin user. So that is like a tremendous value when you don't need to install another plugin for that. All right, so let's take it from the top. So we have the dashboard. Under the dashboard, you can see the uptime. So we automatically monitor your website every hour in the free plan. And this is not going to be free forever. We will be stopping this feature because this is going to cost us a lot of money. As I said in my presentation, every hour you will be able to monitor, free for early adopters. So I guess for next couple of months, and we monitor from 5 different locations. So this is not monitoring of the website from within the website. We use external resources to monitor your website. So, and then you get notification if site goes down. So that's really cool. Next is you get to see your performance score, your vulnerability score, all at once. Very simple view. We'll talk about performance and vulnerability because those are paid features. Now you can manage your auto update settings. So I don't know if you know, WordPress has like a global auto updates, which you can switch on and off, and it will automatically update the code, the theme, and the plugin. And you can set all that from here. So let's say you want, whenever there is a minor update for core comes, it should automatically update. Done. Now let's see if I can update my plugins. So if I go to the plugin screens, I see my plugins and I can update them. Let's say you added a new plugin and it doesn't show up here. There is a small little nifty icon which says scan for updates, and it will just scan for new updates. Otherwise, every 15 minutes, we send a heartbeat from your website to InstaWP, knowing about the new thing. We do not instantly send everything because that will make like a huge overhead on your website. Can make, right? Depending upon, because we also have activity logs. So we'll talk about that. So let's say you wanted to update contact form 7. So you click on that and it will update contact form 7. Or you can switch on the auto updates toggle for contact form 7. Now, if I scan for updates, I should have the newest version here. And clicking on the plugin screen again, we have the newest version. You can switch on auto updates for Elementor. So every time there is a new update, it will. So this uses the WordPress default feature set. We do not do anything. We just switch on and off. But if you do want to like automatically update all the plugins and all the themes and the core every, say, Sunday 7 p.m. or something, so that's called scheduled update. So that's a feature set we offer in the paid plan, which is the advanced plan. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Now you can do the same with themes. So you can keep them auto updated. You can install themes and plugins from here, by the way. So you can upload a zip, whatever, right? So you can upload that. Same from here. You can install a plugin. You can choose from our partners as well, but you can like enter a slug from the repo and it will automatically be installed. Or you can upload a zip, essentially, not URL, because I think this is incorrect. So you can upload a file, a zip file, and we will install it remotely. So these are all, by the way, free to use. In the next thing, I think we talked about magic login. We did not talk about purge cache. I think that's really cool. So if you click on purge cache, we will automatically clear cache for majority of plugins. So we integrate with 30 plus plugins. So Total Cache, Rocket, WP Rocket, I mean, and then there are so many caching plugins now. So Breeze and everything, we clear all caches at once. Cloudflare. So this allows you to be worry free in terms of, because sometimes when you purge a cache, you forgot to purge another cache, and then the website is broken. So this will help you. So this again is a huge value add if you think about it. We talked about, so last feature in the basic plan is the DB editor. So the DB editor comes as a bundle. You can go to that, and once you are done editing your database, we will automatically uninstall the database manager. Even though it is pretty protected, we will automatically uninstall after you have used it. So after, I think, the ideal time of say 6 hours or something. So, but you can manage a database if you are like, if you want a deep dive of what is happening in your database, you can manage all of that. It's a full blown database manager. It is powered by AdMiner. I don't know if you know. All right, so that's cool. Now, let's talk about uptime a moment, a little bit more. So uptime will give you like a graph. So this website was added recently, so that's why you don't have like all these green bars. Otherwise, it will give you last 30 days uptime. We also check for like a response time and average response time. When is your certificate, SSL certificate, is going to expire? We are also working on a feature where we will notify you when SSL expires or domain expires. So that's a paid feature. So we call it health, site health. So we are working on this health report. And you can switch on and off your monitor if you want to. There is something we are working on. This is not yet working. I don't know why it is in production, but you can actually check and slide these monitors and in terms of minutes and whatever. This is not working, by the way. This is a bug. It should not be in the production, but it gives you an idea that you can switch on and off multiple locations if you want to monitor from different locations. How cool is that? Um, all right, so that covers, I think, all the basic features. I hope I have covered. One more thing which I have not even written in presentation is the logs functionality. So if your debug log is on, you can view your logs. This is also one of the things which we do, is that we do not enable everything by default. So if you magically log into your website, go to the InstaWP area. Under the manage tabs, you can see what is enabled and what is disabled. So, right. And then if I enable debug log, I should be able to see the logs now, provided my debug, so WP debug is not enabled. So if you go to your WP config file and WP debug true, then you can see your logs here. So I hope this was a good summary of the basic features. You can also make like a label. So this is, say, client one, and save it. If you go to the connect tab, now it shows up as client one. Cool. I will check StreamYard for questions. By the way, if you have questions, feel free to post them, and then we will take it up once my demo is done. So the next part of the demo is the advanced features. So advanced features, you get the basic features, of course, then you get a bunch of features. So let's talk about from the top. So first is the schedule updates. So let's have a look at it. Let's open another website. The same stuff. However, I will now click on schedule updates. As I said earlier, I wanted to update, say, every Sunday, my local time, 7 p.m. Right? This is not 7, this is 7. And then you can, do you want to update core and plugins and themes? So let's say we want to update plugins. Boom. So now it is scheduled. And if you go to your listing page, you can see what is scheduled by just hovering over this tiny calendar icon. So that's a cool way to basically update. Now, combine this with visual regression, which is coming next month. So we will be able to update your website, immediately test it, whether the homepage, pricing page is working fine. And then if it doesn't work fine, we can roll back updates. So this is called like the phase one of safe updates. In the phase two of safe updates, we will be able to create a staging site instead, update there, do the testing, and then do the production update. So these two phases of safe update combined with visual regression is coming soon. Um, all right. So what is the next thing? So config manager. Config manager. So if you go down a little bit and you will be able to see your config management. All right. So this is again kind of a little details that we disable it by default, but you can enable it if you want to manage your config. So remember I told you about switching on debug mode. So you can do that from here. So you can switch on the debug mode and you can debug. So whatever config settings you have in your WP config file, you can switch on or configure it. You can also see that I have used the white label feature already for InstaWP. So that is also available here and you can change it. I think if you click on view logs now, you will be able to see the logs. If there was, okay, so this is another site. This is MGMT2, not one. But you get the idea that config manager is there and you can manage WP config. Soon enough, we will be adding add new config button here. So you will be able to add a config variable if you want to. Okay, so now going to vulnerability scanning. So if you click on vulnerability scanner, you will see that I have done scanning recently. So this is the timestamp for today. And this is a critical vulnerability already identified, and you can read more about it. Okay, so that's bad. What we need to do? So it is fixed in the next version. All we need to do is go to the plugins tab and update it. It's as simple as that. Right? By the way, this is deactivated. Sometimes deactivated plugins are also kind of vulnerable. If they are vulnerable, then even deactivation will not help. But that happens rarely. So just like a side note. Now, if I scan, the south side is healthy again. No vulnerability is fine. So easy peasy. Go to performance scanner. So I recently scanned for mobile and desktop scores. And by the way, so if you turn on the automated performance scan every 24 hours, we will scan your website and we will send you an email that score has gone down, right? And so that's the performance scanner. So this is core web vitals, as you guys might already know that you can do it from Google, but we do it automatically for you, and we make it easy to like just consume the information. Next up is the activity log. So you can enable activity logs and it will automatically enable all the activity logs. Now, what will happen is anything you do on your website will be recorded here. So let's magic log into MGMT2 and let's do something, right? I don't know, it is because of WordPress SEO plugin. I think it's because of Yoast. Let's deactivate it. That's also something we should know in activity log, right? Let's try. So every time you do, so we have a list of activities which we record and send to our servers, and you can have a look at it on the dashboard. And not only that, you can, so we got an alert about user login, and then we got an alert about plugin was deactivated. Now, these are all in your UI. This is not yet in your, say, mailbox. So you can go to the alert rules and you can configure an alert rule, say new alert, and say whenever a plugin is, say, deactivated, I'm not able to find plugin. Let's say plugin deleted. You can send yourself an email. Soon we will be adding other channels like Telegram, Slack, and SMS, so that you will be getting these alerts. Boom. Now, every time there is a plugin update, and we are also adding, so this is very basic right now. We'll be modifying this. So if you want to listen for all critical events, not just like, because you don't want to choose event every time, right? So that you will be able to do, and we'll be adding more and more events. So as we progress, and we'll be happy to learn from you. Send us feature requests via live chat, or we have a frill board where you can put your feature request, and we are constantly like monitoring it and working on it. So this is the activity log part. I think that's really cool that you can monitor if something has happened to your website, or something, someone is doing something. Maybe your team member did by mistake, right? You should be able to figure it out who did what, because we also say the username and when it would happen and what was the severity of it. And another cool thing is you can actually click on this view more, and you can get more details. So which user, I think this is okay. So which plugin? This is pretty cool, right? And you can delete an event if you want to. All good. So this was the activity log part. We covered vulnerability scanning, performance scanning, and uptime monitoring is going to be there in advanced plan, of course. But then we bump it up. So we monitor it every minute instead of every hour. I think every 5 minutes. So I will check that out. And then we not only monitor from just 5 locations, we monitor from 20 locations, so that becomes like really critical for you, right? So that's cool. Now we have two more features which we want to discuss. One is the client reporting, and another is bulk updates. So client reporting is when you get an email, when you get a PDF with your um, report of the website. So let's try to generate them. So there are two ways to generate a report. First is you can click on generate report and select the sites here. Another way is to click here and generate, so it will automatically have those sites. What do you want to include in this report? You can switch from here. And if you want to send directly to the customer, you can do that, or you can not do that and click on generate. Now we will generate a PDF, send it to your email. In a moment, I will open the PDF and show it to you. The last feature I wanted to show you is the bulk update. So if you select all the sites, click on bulk edit. Now you can, if you want to update, let's say Elementor on all your websites, you can click on update all. It will go and update on all your websites. Same with Yoast or any other plugin which you. So instead of showing side by side, this is plugin by plugin. So every plugin, on how many sites do we see that plugin, and then how many sites requires an update. I think you can also delete plugins. So I think we should also add deactivate there. Let's say you want to deactivate a certain plugin on all your website. Not necessarily the main use case, but update all is the main use case. Allow me a moment while I find the PDF and share that with you. All right, so I have the PDF. Let me share my screen again. Just give me a moment. All right, so this is the email which you get. Your site performance report is ready, right? It has everything, and then the reports are attached. So you get the name of the website, the date for last month. Generally, by default, it generates 1 month report, right? And we are working on to give you controls on that. And it has all the graphs and activity log if there was any, and vulnerabilities, uptime history, performance history. Let's see another report. Let's zoom in. So these are the vulnerability reports. You get the idea. And this will, of course, improve over time. We will also give you templates so that you can have your own templates of reports. But this will, over the course of, say, next few weeks to few months, we are going to improve this like really, really good. Is there a sound issue? Is it is it okay? Sorry, I did not see it. Is the sound okay? Shall I switch to something else? All right. So now I will take some questions before we move on to the next part of the webinar. So there is a question. So I'll take it from the bottom. Thank you, Keith. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, everybody. So Marine asks that client reporting is already in. Will there be? Yeah. So we are already working on the schedule sending. ETA is 15th Feb because it is already in progress. So I can give you a firm ETA, and you can send them every week or every month. So that's going to be there. If there is update, so I already talked about it. So we are working on the safe updates part. You will be able to do that. Um, I'm so sorry, Paul. We do not have live captioning, but captioning can be enabled for the recording. So once this is live on YouTube, you can do closed caption. Obviously, machine generated. So I'm so sorry about that. All right. So there is another question from Shalja. Will you be notifying for alerts on WhatsApp too? Yes. So we will be adding a bunch of channels. Thank you. Then we have some questions which we got from like prior to the webinar registration. As a freelancer, I manage small website. These owners are running hands off running. Yeah. So this is what you need, right? So it's completely hands on. I don't know the difference between main WP free plan yet. I need to check. So the deal offer which we have, so I'm going to announce a deal at the end of this call. So stay tuned for that. All right, so let's see. So we have another question which says, does Purge Cache work as good as a CDN provider? So we do integrate with CDNs as long as the plugin from the CDN provider is installed, like Cloudflare, because they have a WordPress plugin. All right, so I think I answered this. All right, so let's move to the next part of this presentation. So care plans and hosting. So care plans is where you basically provide kind of care for the website you are managing, or it's a maintenance site maintenance plan as they call it. So you can generate client reports as we saw, and you can schedule them. So scheduling is coming very soon, and you can automate the entire care plan features. So you can sell uptime monitoring, vulnerability scanning, everything which generally a WordPress website faces issues on. And every month or every week, if the client says gets a report and everything is green, then the client is happy. So you can do that with us. If you host with our InstaWP live plans, which it starts at $9 a month when you host more than 10 sites with us, the advanced plan comes in free with every site. So that's cool. One thing which I forgot to show you guys was to, I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth a little bit on how to enable the advanced plan. So let's have a look at that. So let's say this site is basic site. So you click on this icon and then you basically enter your credit card and then that's it. So it will not ask you for the credit card next time you do, but for the first time it is going to ask you for that. Or when you connect a new site, you can convert this to an advanced site and immediately it becomes an advanced site. So these are the two ways to convert a basic site to an advanced site. And as soon as you convert it, we automatically switch on the vulnerability automated scans for security, for performance, uptime gets upgraded, and all of that. So let's go back to the presentation. All right, so pricing. So basic features, basic plan is free forever, right? So you can install it, um, go on all your websites, install it, and um, just use it for free. If you do decide to move a site to advanced, then you will pay $2 per site. This is per site, not for 10 sites. So every site you pay $2. So if you manage 10 sites with us, so that will be $20 per month, and then it goes down. It's a tiered based pricing. If you manage more than 100 sites with us, then it goes to 1.5. So this is already there, and you can start using it right away. And as I said, every InstaWP live site comes with a free advanced site management, right? So that's the beauty of hosting with us. But if you have a favorite hosting company, we don't mind. We are an end-to-end cloud company. You can just use the site management feature. By the way, you don't need to be subscribed to a paid plan also, right? This is a separate pricing scheme. It goes in parallel with the existing plan. So you may be on a starter plan or a pro plan. Then this works on top layer, right? This is an add-on, you can say. And if you're not on a paid plan, you can be on a free InstaWP account, let's say, and then you can use this feature independently. So we are keeping the pricing separate for this, and soon we are coming up with pay as you go model, where you can pay for each feature separately, just like you would on an AWS kind of cloud. So roadmap wise, we are bringing in iterative pull push. So that's kind of adjacent, right? So you will be able to pull and push from staging to production, local to staging, staging to local. So all that is coming. As I talked about safe updates, so two phases. First is when you can do visual regression and then roll back. And then second is when you create a staging and then do visual regression and then do production update. So safe update is going to be a huge feature. And backups. So we'll be taking backups of your websites, and then it will be full and iterative backup, and you will be able to restore it. Staging. So if you have a backup, you can create like a point in time site. So let's say you have a backup from 3 days ago, then you can create a website or a staging site from that backup immediately. So that now that you can explore the site 3 days ago, so it becomes like something like a time machine for your website. And then we have visual regression testing, which can work independently. Let's say you want to do homepage testing every single day, make sure something is not broken. If we detect more than 3-4% of change, we will notify you. Hey, by the way, that it is broken. Did you do something? It might not just because of an update, right? And we are also bringing in WooCommerce data into your InstaWP dashboard, so you don't need to log in. So generally, like how much, what was the sales today? How many new orders did arrive today? So all of that will come. The roadmap, most of this is already in progress. I feel by Q2 end, so that will be June, we will have most of it in the production. And iterative pull push, safe update, backups, visual regression, WooCommerce, all of this unfortunately will be under the advanced plan, and you will automatically get it even if you start today. So that's the roadmap, and that's the webinar. Now I am open to questions. I'm just checking something. Give me a moment. So our team will be sharing a URL where you can apply for free credits, and use those credits to your advantage to use this feature. And if you like it, keep using it. If you don't like it, just simply downgrade the sites to a basic site. All right, let's take some questions. So we have a question from Marcus. Any plans to add team access, like for me, allow my developers to access some part of while I handle billing? We already have team access, so you can create teams and invite people to your teams. However, for the connect feature, we do not have like separation based on permission yet, but that can be added very soon. That's a very basic thing to add. We already support view access, member access, manager access, and admin access. So all of this will be replicated for the connect thingy. So yes, you can do that. Um, yeah, iterative pull push is going to be a huge thing. We have been working on it for last 6 months. We are finally in the QA stage, and we are testing it day in, day out. You will be able to pull changes in your files, and you will be able to, I mean, pull and push both, and you will be able to pull and push DB schema changes. So if you change like a table or something. Um, Thank you, Connor. Really appreciate it. Jacob, welcome. You might have mentioned this, but all of your sites are shared or containerized hosting. So we do not use containers, but we use the next best thing because containers are overhead and then it increases the cost of hosting. So we use C groups based hosting where it is a container. Every site is isolated. If something, God forbid, happens to your website, none of the other websites are affected. That has been tested and it's rock solid. All right, so we also have a link on your chat window. So you can click on this and apply for credits. And the credits will be, I think, valid for 30 days. So feel free to use them. Um, awesome. Any other question which I might have missed, or if you wanted to ask? Did how did you feel about all of this? Miss, will this solve some of your issues, or you already might be using some other tool set for this, right? So we'll try to become feature parity with some of the tool sets, at least for like 90% of that, right? So that you have like an end-to-end management tool set. Even if you don't decide to host with us or stage with us, you can still manage sites with us. So that's the cool part, right? Means everything is decoupled. You don't need to like be on a paid plan at the same time. So basically affordability and functionality, that's the goal which we have. Any other questions, folks, which I can answer for you today? By the way, I really appreciate everybody joining in. We have over 50 people tuning in from around the world. And this will be recorded and you can go back and have a look at it. However, I feel what we have developed is very intuitive, and you should not need like a documentation or a video to understand it. You can just click on different options and you get to see. All right, so that's really it, and I'm glad and happy that you guys joined. I'm really appreciative of your time. I wanted to say that. Hope to see you again in another webinar. By the way, next month we are going to WordCamp Asia. If you are there, feel free to. I'll be happy to say hi to you guys. We will be sending a newsletter where you can book a time with us if you wanted to talk about something. So anybody who is going to WordCamp Asia will be happy to see in the chat if you are there. And the month next, we are also going to CloudFest. So I don't know, CloudFest is not very popular in the WordPress thing. All right. So thank you everybody for your time today. And I'm going to end this webinar. Have a great day and great night ahead. Bye bye.